YouTube above average Cody here, and this week I've really been pondering how much life Halo Infinite has in it as a game. So much so that I decided to make an entire video about it. This is going to be a lot of pondering and a lot of thinking about what Halo Infinite can do to survive as long as it possibly can. I'm sorry, this is not going to be a Halo Infinite is dead, play a different game, get out while you still can type of video. Instead, I want to discuss what I think could go perfectly right for Halo Infinite in the short term, what they need to do to kind of keep the remaining player base and possibly survive as long as possible, and also talk about how long I think that could be. But I also want to talk about what hopefully could lie in the long term for not only Halo Infinite, but really Halo as a game on its own, whether that be this one, a Battle Royale, a new title, or what have you. So first, let's dive into what I think could keep this game afloat in the short term. And the first and most obvious elephant in the room is the new networking model. It kind of has to work. Obviously, right now, we're living on the thrill of it being tested. You know, they're taking feedback, they're improving on it, and that's all really great and fine. If you guys don't already know, they are currently working a new networking model into the playlist. This is completely different than currently what Halo Infinite is running on, and they are live testing it in playlists as we speak on Halo Infinite. The featured playlist right now is actually Squad Battle, which is on the new networking model. So they're testing it, they're improving it, and I think the time frame that it has to be finished is kind of small, because again, you're not getting the main player base back. I think everybody kind of already knows that, and I think that's kind of a good thing, right? Halo Infinite's main player base got killed off pretty early on, so it's only been up from here, and we've seen a lot of improvements. However, everybody, I think, is in agreement that the desync, you know, the inconsistent shots, the inconsistent gameplay on all the pings is really the biggest thing plaguing this game. So if they can fix that in, I don't know, let's say 3 months, I'll be even generous, in the next 6 months, I think that'd be the first massive W in increasing this game's lifespan. But it has to work, right? We cannot live forever on, oh, we're working on the new model, we swear it's going to work. We can't have that. We need steady, consistent results, which it seems like we're getting that so far, and that's really promising for this game in the short term. The next thing I want to say in the short term here, guys, is they need constant content. I want to see a ton of skins. I want to see new maps. I want to see new guns and everything of the sort. Skins especially. Call me a simpleton or what have you. I like colorful, like flamboyish and just like off the wall cosmetics. I don't care how Halo they are. I don't care how silly they are. I don't care. Just get creative. Throw everything you have at this game, make it crazy, and just make it so that I can customize the absolute craziest thing that nobody else on this game could possibly customize. Now, on top of that, I will say, don't make me pay for it. Do not make me pay for it. The remaining players on this game are the loyal fan base of this game. They purely just enjoy this game. They enjoy Halo. Do not make me pay $34 for a bundle to get the cool skins. Make it earnable. Do some challenges, make me get 10 double kills. I don't care what it is. Just add some really cool cosmetics, make them attainable for everybody that is still playing the game, because you should thank them for still playing the game, and I think that would go a long way. And on the topic of maps and guns, we've been getting some, but it feels like it's not really fast enough. They're not really like amazing maps. You know, put some good quality time into ranked maps, into big team battle maps, and do it consistently and on like a steady level of like, you know, one's colorful, one's simple, one's elaborate. Just be sure to get jiggy with it, you know, get creative, you know, don't do the same thing over and over again. But I mean, that's kind of easier said than done. Next up, not really my cup of tea, but I would like to see them add things to the campaign. Obviously, we heard a while back that they scrapped this aspect of Infinite, you know, blah, 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 no new content, no new add-ons, anything of the sort. I think that has to happen to expand the playability of this game really at all. And I've seen a lot of fans, obviously I play mainly multiplayer, guys, but I've seen many of fans say that without the story, you don't really have how big Halo is. And I definitely agree with that. And campaigns are always a staple of Halo, although I don't play them as much as I used to. I have so many great memories back in the day with the campaign, and I think those reasons alone are enough to add to the campaign. It's very good that people enjoyed the campaign, but I didn't finish it. I know. Blast me in the comments. Tell me I should play it. Let me know if you guys want to see it here on the channel. But I've heard that it ended really good, but it ended on kind of a cliffhanger. I did see the open map type stuff. There's a lot of room to add things, and I read all the stuff that, they wanted to do it way, way bigger, but they cut it short due to, like, time frames and things like that. Whatever. I don't care the reason. I don't care what you do. I don't know what you do, but add things to the campaign. I know a lot of fans would enjoy it. And again, the people still playing this game enjoy this game, and frankly, new campaign content might even get a lot of people back to the game, because I know there's probably plenty of people in their community that only play the campaigns, and that's really all they care about. Maybe play a little firefight here and there, which is good that it's in the game. Now let me know in the comments if you are in fact one of those people. And finally, guys, I want to see you go crazy with the sandbox, and this goes for social and ranked. Change power weapons, change sandbox positions, change things where they spawn on the wall. I think this would drastically change a lot of things, not only making social kind of unexpected and a little bit more fun if you changed it every so often, but it could make ranked a lot more competitive. And I'm not saying just throw manglers and skewers on the walls wherever you want, but change it up. Where you put the plasma pistol on some maps, where you put the grapple on some maps, or even the repulsor on certain maps can severely change how a competitive map and a competitive environment plays. I'm not saying change it all willy-nilly, but maybe keep an open mind to changing some stuff around, switching some stuff around, because for me, as a big ranked player, it's been very stale, and a little tiny change like that can honestly not just change the tides of how a map plays, but it can make things a little bit more spicy and a little bit more fun. Now, guys, that kind of covers everything that I want to talk about in the short term of Halo Infinite, and that's kind of like best case scenario. Let's say all of those things happen, the player base remains consistent where it is now, maybe even takes a little bit of a spike with some Season 6, maybe Season 7 content. I will be honest with you, I think this game, in my honest opinion, I'm not a professional, I play it and stream it for fun from the comfort of my bedroom. I think this game has roughly 1.5 years left in a perfect environment. I really wanted to say 2, but the thought of playing this game for another entire 2 years constantly on stream, I'm not going to lie, it made me shiver a little bit. So I'm going to go with 1.5 years, and I'm really interested to hear all of your guys' thoughts down in the comments. And this is not the end of the video. We're going to talk a little bit about past that 1.5 years, but I think 1.5 years is kind of what's left for this game. We have HCS Season 3 coming up, the first season with the Bandit. I think it's going to be really lit. It's going to be really exciting to watch. There's a lot of big team changes that are still going on. Roster Mania is still very much active. We have the new starting weapon. I don't know what we're going to have for new maps or modes or anything like that. I really hope Extraction's not in, but that's going to add a lot of excitement, a lot of hype around the game. So say that takes us out 1 year. What happens past that in the competitive side of things? I really don't know if there's going to be any big changes or enough excitement. Obviously, it will still exist. It will still be very great. I'm not saying the HCS fans are going to have any problem watching Halo Infinite year 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You really want some eyes from sponsors, from the masses. And if it's the same thing every single year, you're just not going to get that. You're going to see viewership drop, and it's going to go into the shadows like the Halo scene kind of did during the end of Halo 5, which I really don't want to see. And that's the main reason I put my timeline at 1.5 years. Another reason is we just got Firefight, huge mode. We really want to see it. And outside of campaign content, there's really not that much more we can see. That's why I'm saying fix the network. Let us play the game the way it should be played, smooth and things like that. Give us skins, cosmetics, guns, all that stuff. But outside of that, what else do you really do? And that's why I'm putting my timeline at 1.5 years, not past that. Now, the long term, guys, I really do think we would need to see a new game relatively soon after that 1.5 year mark. So put it at about 2 years. And the reason I think this would be really good and also extremely doable is you could do pretty much a Halo Infinite relaunch. Again, I don't want to see the same game over again, but if you take everything you learned as 343 from Halo Infinite, you just got the perfect network, you learned from your big mistake of shooting the entire player base off the game within 1 month of launch. Take the base that you built here on Halo Infinite, change the maps, add, I don't know, some new mechanic, give everybody a thrust, I don't know, make everybody start with a random piece of equipment, or pick a piece of equipment, you could choose a class or something. I don't know, add one big change. Madden and sports games do it every single year. So take Halo Infinite, do what Call of Duty does, change all of the maps, add one, staple that is added to the gameplay. I don't care, do whatever, go crazy in the comments, let me know what you think, and release it as a new game with a new campaign on the side. And I'm telling you, man, drop ranked day one, or what did they do? They dropped this like a week early with ranked. It's going to go crazy. It's going to go nuclear. And if you can make it run the way that I hope Halo Infinite will run on the new network model, do that 2 years from now. And I am telling you, well, I can't tell you because I don't know for sure, but I really do think Halo could top a lot of games out there on the market. But again, it's easier said than done. I make it sound easy because I'm just a regular player sitting here in their bedroom, but it's not easy to make an amazing campaign. It's probably not that easy just to drag everything over to one game and make it look like a new game. But I really do think if you could make that a reality, a lot of good things could happen, and it could arguably be one of the best Halo games, at least from my point of view, just all speculation here. I will say on that topic, though, the game needs to be complete, and that's where kind of the 2-year thing would kind of be unrealistic, but you could start talking about it at 2 years. Just talk about it for years, and then you can kind of let the HCS Halo Infinite side of things shake out and go on, and then let it kind of sputter out, and then bring the hype back, and let everybody go crazy and things like that. And I think that could be really good, and that's kind of where I see the best case long-term being. I'm sure it'll be way, way longer than that before we see a new Halo game. I'm sure Halo Infinite is going to have way longer lifespan than what I'm predicting it to. I'm kind of just putting it where I could see it being like best case scenario, fun, not really like going into the shadows and things like that, still staying like semi-relevant. You guys can determine what relevant means at this point for Halo Infinite. But lastly, guys, I feel like I cannot talk about the long-term or short-term of Halo without talking about a Battle Royale. I honestly do not think Halo needs a Battle Royale. For a long time, I really thought the Battle Royale genre was absolutely perfect for Halo with its sandbox and just kind of everything of the sort, but I really don't think it needs it. I don't know how much hype the Battle Royale genre really pulls at this point. Obviously, Fortnite's still huge. Obviously, Warzone's still huge, but those are solely Battle Royale games with established player bases, and it's just like people are going to be playing them for years to come. That's just kind of the reality of it. However, I just don't know if a Battle Royale for Halo would do anything amazing. I don't know if it would do anything at all. I think it would just kind of exist alongside it. It would kind of just feel like a separate game mode. So I really don't know if it would be worth focusing efforts on that outside of just focusing it towards a new campaign and a new game altogether. But you guys can let me know your thoughts on that in the comments. So guys, there is a lot I talked about in this video. I have been thinking about this all week at work for no reason outside of, I don't know, just pondering the future, I suppose. But I decided to make it into a video because I know a lot of you love sharing your ideas and thoughts on things like this. So please, go crazy in the comments. I've been really busy and having trouble getting to a lot of comments, but I do read them all. So any thoughts you have, put them down below, guys. But outside of that, subscribe to the channel. We stream a ton of Halo Infinite here, make a ton of videos. We've been mixing some Call of Duty, some Lethal Company and things like that, but not as much as we do Halo. So guys, hit that subscribe button, leave a like on the video. Already mentioned, leave a comment, go crazy down below there. And then finally, channel membership, super thanks if you like support monetarily. And also out a lot as a content creator, but please do not feel like you have to. But alrighty guys, thank you so much for all the support. Thank you for watching the video. Stay happy, stay healthy, and stay tuned for the next one.